He's coming with me.
It's girls like you who get men like me locked away from our wives in the first place.
What does that mean?
Whores. You were the king's whore. He's dead. You're nobody now.
You can be married to her, you can be sleeping with her, but you're never gonna get in between us.
Not trying to, buddy.
I'm not trying to.
Exactly.
This is our world! Our world, Mother, and that's what love is, real love!
Kaya di na paura, bro. Agum, walang barato tu ame. David, ne aveva paura niente, ma anche morì. Ma tu non sai che significa. Easy.
Are you ready?
Lost season 5. We are moving quite along here. We got about 6 more episodes, I think, in this season. So I'm loving this season. Taking its time to not only make fun of time travel, but also explaining it in this world, but also confusing the hell out of you about this world. We finally find out what kind of convinced Kate to go to the island. In terms of who she is now and who she's on the island, where she's, you know, showing, oh, she cares so much. Cool. Not bagging on her personality right now. I'm talking about who she is before she went back in time. But also, I don't want to hear you talking about, oh, I like the old you better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear you say stuff like that. You ain't the most, you know, lovable person out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So let's calm it down. You know what I mean? You already know what I'm about to say. Go check out the Patreon, man. There are things over there. I need a lot more feedback from you guys as well. So if you sign up over on Patreon, you will know what's coming to the channel next. But I also want to know what you guys want to see next. If you want to comment it onto this, or you can go over to the Patreon as well, because that's going to soon take in priority on what shows come to the channel as well. So make sure you go check out the Patreon as well if you want to have some more influence over that. Anyways, let's jump into the reaction. I will see you guys right after for the review.
What have you done, Richard?
Calm down, calm down. This has nothing to do with you.
So it's true. You actually brought one of them to our temple.
He's just a boy, and he was dying.
Then you should have let him die.
Jacob wanted it done. The island chooses who the island chooses. You know that.
Yes. Yes, of course. Well, what's his name? Hello, Benjamin.
What happened?
You were injured. You don't remember?
Where am I?
It said he wouldn't remember what happened, so that would explain why you don't remember Saeed.
I want to be one of you.
Just because you're living with them doesn't mean you can't be one of us. But this island, it saved your life.
Who are you?
I'm Charles.
Charles
Widmore.
God. You're alive. Yes, I am. I knew that this would happen. Then why are you so surprised to see me?
It's one thing to believe it, John. It's another thing to see it.
Then why were you trying to run away to the main island?
I broke the rules, John. I came back to the island. I was going back to be judged.
By whom?
Well, John, we don't even have a word for it. But I believe you call it the monster.
Ah. Judged by the monster, I see. Okay. Alright, Ben.
How you feeling, my friend?
Like someone hit me with an oar, but I'll live. What has he told you?
When you were out cold, he was watching over you. And he said you killed him.
I killed him? Really? Because he looks fine to me. You know, I don't really remember him from the plane. Do you?
No, I don't.
He was already here before we crashed.
If
he thinks I killed him, then he's insane. Then the question is, what are we gonna do about it?
Don't worry, my friend. I have your back. Caesar.
Pleasure to meet you, Caesar. I'm Ben.
Always an angle to play, huh?
I can do it if you want me to, Ben.
Shut up and stay here, Ethan.
Oh, this is when he found
Don't do it.
You're the one who infected us, aren't you? Non, rendez-moi mon bébé. Non, ne l'affectez pas innocent, rendez-moi mon bébé. Please, don't take my Alex. Why are you taking her?
Be grateful you're still alive. If you try to follow me, or if you ever come looking for me, I'll kill you. And if you want your child to live, every time you hear whispers, you run the other way.
Oh, so use the whispers to scare her.
What's that? So this is your old office, huh? I never pictured you leading your people from behind a desk. Seems a little corporate.
Was there something that you needed, John?
Well, Ben, I was hoping that you and I could talk about the elephant in the room.
I assume you're referring to the fact that I killed you.
Yeah.
It was the only way to get you back to the island. Along with as many of those who left as possible. You do remember, John, it's why you left in the first place, to convince them to come back. And the only way to bring them together was by your death, and you understood that. It's why you were about to kill yourself when I stopped you.
And why did you stop me?
You had critical information that would have died with you. And once you'd given it to me, well, I just didn't have time to talk you back into hanging yourself. So I took a shortcut.
He's so blunt with it,
I
bruh.
was right. You're here, you're back. So are the rest of them. And that's why I did it. Because it was in the best interest of the island.
I was just hoping for an apology. I've decided to help you, Ben. Do what you say you were on your way to do.
To be judged.
Be judged.
That's not something you want to see, John.
If everything you've done has been in the best interest of the island, then I'm sure the monster will understand. Taking a boat.
Where?
Over to the main island. I was under the impression these were found here, so I'm just going to borrow one. I'm happy to leave the other boat for you in case you want to follow us.
Are you going with him?
He didn't really give me a choice.
I'm sorry, but I'm calling the shots here. And I said you are not taking anything. What you are going to do is to sit down and tell us how you know so much about this island, my friend.
You're in the habit of calling people friend. But I don't think you mean it.
Step away from the boat.
You're going to take it, and you're going to let me, my friend.
You are not taking it.
You looking for this?
Yo!
This gentleman and I are taking a boat. Does anyone else have a problem with that?
Broski. Caesar, what happened?
Consider that my apology.
That man got done.
Looks like we're not the first ones who decided to tie up here.
That'll be San and Lapidus.
See the one that hurt your arm? Noticed you were favoring it on the way over.
No. Someone else hurt my arm.
You just make friends? Well,
I found sometimes that friends can be significantly more dangerous than enemies, John.
Is that why you shot an unarmed man in the chest?
The man was unarmed because I'd stolen his gun, the gun he was going to use to kill you.
No sense in me dying twice, right?
You're welcome. It's the only place I can summon it. The monster. And once it arrives, I'll either be forgiven or I won't.
I think you're lying.
Lying about what?
That you want to be judged for leaving the island and coming back because it's against the rules. I don't think you care about rules.
And what do I want to be judged for, John?
For killing your daughter.
Ooh.
Well,
His daughter died, though.
did you do it?
We had a complication.
Is that a baby? Your orders were to exterminate that woman.
Why, she's no threat to us. She's insane, Charles. What was it I was supposed to do?
Kill it.
It's not an it. This is a child.
You might find this difficult to understand, Benjamin.
Every decision I've made has been about protecting
This island.
Is killing this baby what Jacob wants? And here she is. You do it.
How did... This is so weird, bruh. Because it's now I'm asking the question, we still don't really know who Jacob is. Is Jacob the one that chooses the leader of the others?
So whose idea was it to move into these houses? Well, your people were living in the jungle, and then after you murdered the Dharma folk, you relocated here. I just wondered if it was your idea.
Do you disapprove, John?
It just doesn't seem like something the island would want.
You don't have the first idea of what this island wants.
Are you sure about that? That was your house, wasn't it?
Yes, and that's Alex's room.
I suppose you better go over there and check it out.
Son?
What are you doing here?
This used to be my house. I saw a light turned on. What are the two of you doing in here?
That was taken in 1977.
Are you trying to tell me that your friends were in the Dharma Initiative?
You don't know about this?
Where did you get this? Who gave this to you?
We met some crazy old man outside.
He said his name was Christian. He told us to come in here and wait.
Wait for what?
I had to wait here for John Locke.
But considering he's dead, we ain't holding our breath.
Well, you might want to look outside.
Yo. Hola.
What you're saying, it's impossible.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for it.
As long as the dead guy says there's a reason, then I guess everything's gonna be peace. Now the only ones who are here to help us are a murderer and a guy who can't seem to remember how the hell he got out of a coffin. Let's just go back to the plane, see if I can fix the radio, and maybe we can get some help.
If you leave with him, you'll never find your husband again. I'm all the help you need.
Are you saying you know how to find them? How to find Jin?
I have some ideas.
If there's any chance of finding my husband, then I have to stay.
Well, for God's sake, watch your back.
This is insane. And that's...
How do we find Jin?
Ben has something to do first. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yes, John, that's right.
Better get to it then.
We saw him come down here the last time, the night his daughter died. It's just like, how do you summon it? Does it live down in the cave? So you just flush the toilet?
I'll be outside.
Sub's about to leave. You don't have to see him off, Ben. Yes, Richard, I do.
In cuffs.
Charles.
Came to say goodbye.
No, you didn't.
Brought this on yourself.
Are you quite certain you want to do this, Benjamin?
You left the island regularly. You had a daughter with an outsider because I won't be selfish. Because I'll sacrifice anything to protect this island.
You wouldn't sacrifice Alex.
You're the one who wanted her dead, Charles. Not the island.
I hope you're right, Benjamin. Because if you aren't, and it is the island that wants her dead.
This man was old before
and one day,
things got old.
He'll be standing where I'm standing now. And
then you'll finally realize that you cannot fight the inevitable. I'll be seeing you, boy.
The funny thing is, they just send people away. They don't kill them. You would think that they would just kill people that broke the rules.
He said he has something to do.
Did he say what it was?
No, I didn't ask. Jack must have lied.
Excuse me?
About Locke being dead. I don't know why he would, but that's the only explanation.
Jack didn't lie.
I don't have faith his
Trust me, I'm sure.
He the one that killed him.
You knew this would happen to Locke if we brought him back here?
Son, I had no idea it would happen. But never once has it done anything like this. Dead is dead.
So what happened, buddy?
So the fact that John Locke is walking around this island scares the living hell out of me. You may want to go inside.
Why?
Because what's about to come out of that jungle is something I can't control.
Last time we didn't have to wait this long.
It's not a train, John. It doesn't run on a schedule.
Well, if it's not going to come to us, then I suppose we'll have to go to it.
I only know how to summon it. I don't know where it actually is.
I do.
He fell down that hole. I guess he...
Charles? It's Benjamin.
How did you get this number?
Doesn't matter. What matters is, I'm going back to the island today.
I spent almost 20 years trying to return.
Well, Charles, where you failed, I'm going to succeed. Just as soon as I do one thing, kill your daughter. In fact, I'm looking at our mutual friend right now. It's the name of the boat that Penny's on.
Don't you dare.
Goodbye, Charles. The mysteries of the universe.
You don't like this, do you?
What?
Having to ask questions that you don't know the answers to. Blindly following someone in the hopes that they'll lead you to whatever it is you're looking for.
No, John, I don't like it at all.
Well, now you know what it was like to be me.
We should keep moving.
Yes, we should.
Ooh, gut punch.
Now, John.
Do you?
It's the same place they brought me as a child.
What is it?
It's the wall around our temple.
Our temple.
About a half mile from here. They built this wall to keep people like the two of you from ever seeing it.
We're not going into your temple, Ben.
You're going under it?
We're going under it.
Hey, this is... Was this where they got dragged?
I need to ask a favor of you, son. If you can ever get off this island, find Desmond Hume for me. Tell him I said I was sorry.
You end up killing Penny?
He'll know.
I guess he does end up killing Penny.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Say just
Don't move. Not another word. My name is Benjamin Linus. I'm sorry that you're caught up in the middle of this thing, but your father...
My father and I have absolutely no relationship whatsoever.
Your father is
so
a
whatever...
really terrible human being. He's responsible for the killing of my daughter. That's why I'm here.
Charlie, go back inside, babe. Go back inside. Please. Please, whatever you do, don't hurt my son. Please don't hurt my son. Charlie, go inside.
It's funny the contrast that's going on right now. Oh, that's how he got the beating. That's how he showed up all bruised up and stuff. Lucky that's all he got.
Captain Lapidus! You're back.
What's going on?
What lies in the shadow of the statue?
What?
Answer the question.
I have no idea what...
He's coming with us.
What the hell is happening?
know you were right.
About what?
Why I need to be judged. Either leave the island or let my daughter die. All I had to do was walk out of the house and go with them. So you were right, John. I did kill Alex. And now I have to answer for that. Appreciate you showing me the way, but I think I can take it from here.
You got it.
I'll meet you outside. If I live.
Ben!
Never better.
Hang on, I'll find something to get you out of there.
John, wait.
Isn't that what's the name of that god, that Egyptian god again? Can't remember. Oh, it just comes out of the... Okay.
You didn't tell me that you had a child. What was it I was supposed to do?
Kill it.
It's not an it, this is a child. Go ahead.
I didn't kill him.
Daddy?
Daddy?
Hi, Dad.
Oh, Alex. I'm so sorry.
I don't think you should trust this, whatever this thing is.
My
You're already planning to kill John again. And I want you to know that if you so much as touch him, I will hunt you down and destroy you. You will follow his every order. Do you understand? Say it! Say you'll follow him!
Yes, I will. I'll follow him, I swear.
So was that his mind tell him to do that, or did the island just send the image of his daughter? I'm so confused.
Ben! What happened?
It let me live.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to review this episode because I'm confused on what happened. It's like so many questions. It's like, I believe that's the... No, that's not the sun god. I'm trying to remember which god that is in Egyptian lore. We're gonna go look. Egyptian gods. Egyptian gods. Is it Anubis? I think it's Anubis. Who's the Anubis? I think it's Anubis. Is it Anubis? I think it is Anubis. But, or is it, no, it's not Seth, because Seth, I know Sobek is the, like the crocodile looking one. I don't think it's Seth. But it's there's plenty of different, like the way I think it's Anubis, because Anubis is the one that looks like a cat or something like that. Yeah, it's like the one you always find in, like, graves and shit. I don't know a lot about it, but I know, like, kind of like basic knowledge, if you will, about Egyptian gods. Not basic, nah, I know, yeah, I think Ra is the one. Ra, I think that's the god of the sun, Ra. Yeah. Yeah, Ra is the god of the sun. Yeah, I think Anubis is the one I'm thinking about. That looks like the one that they just showed right now, which is weird because we saw that it looks like that's where this thing is pulling its power from, or I don't know. The dynamic is kind of weird of what they showed there, but either way, Ben being forgiven and basically told, I know what you've done, but you better follow John. If you try to hurt John, I will hunt you down. Bruh. Intense. Very intense. The thing about this series, man, it's I mean, I'm guessing that they're gonna wait until like season 6 to start explaining things, because even to this time I'm still confused about what exactly does this island get its power from. I mean, it's out here healing people, bringing people back to life. It's doing so much. It's doing all of these extraordinary things that is so unnatural. You know what I'm saying? It's so unnatural. And not only does it make the show confusing, it also makes the show very interesting to watch. It's the mystery of it all. That's why we keep coming back, because we want to know when they're going to like explain to us what's going on, like why these things are taking place. Where does the island get this power from? Is this like some ancient island? Is this exist in a different dimension that nobody, like only certain people can touch, you know? And what is their connection? Like, that's how I'm thinking about the entire thing, right? And it could be a whole completely different reason why these things are happening, but I'm here to see it when they start explaining it. So I don't have much to say about this episode, other than the fact that I thought we were gonna see Ben get eaten up by the monster, but he got forgiven, which is, I don't know if it's because he did some good deeds by getting back the people to the island, getting John back to the island. I don't know if that's the reason why he was forgiven. So, you know, I guess we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, as I said, don't want to spend too much time here talking about this, because there's a lot that happened in the episode, but it's pretty self-explanatory about what happened in the episode. It was pretty straightforward. So I'm just left here to theorize, if you will. So will Ben now start listening to John and follow his lead? We will see. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace.